Hello, my name is Alan Namia and welcome to the BTG PODTAL, your home for basketball in East Africa, straight out of the Pearl of Africa, Uganda. Now, we are three big voices bringing you real energy, the stories and real conversations off the court. This is where basketball meets with its fans. Like I promised, we are three big voices.
Murakoze now. My name is Innocent and I can't wait to dive into these stories. Quite a lot happened in the NBL first quarter of the season. Yeah, but we will be telling you everything as it went, how it went, but also what other players saying, what the fans' reactions will be right here.
Jumbo, my name is Choptwin Sophia, and every time you see me in a suit, just know your girl is serious. I'm going to give you all the things that happen. You know what's happening in the teams, like you don't know why they have 5 players, 2 players, 3, 4. So we'll be giving you everything the officials and the team managers don't give you, and the Lugambo you guys want.
Definitely. And our viewers, if you have anything to comment about, or you want to tell us how you are doing, we want to know how you're doing, please comment in the chat section.
Exactly.
Innocent, I want to catch what were your highlights in the first round of the National Basketball League in Uganda?
Alan, a lot happened in the first half of the National Basketball League. But that game against City Oilers, I mean, the race life. Yeah, Sophie must be really
It had to be that
That
game.
was a surprise!
Yeah,
I've arrived!
City Oilers finishing with 48 points and reaching 48. Meanwhile, they had to sneak in a 2 in the last quarter.
Yeah,
after they had actually given up on the game and they had surrendered. But somehow they went and sneaked in and scored a 2. Your team.
I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about City Oilers right now.
I've watched
But
Oilers
it should be the highlight of everyone.
for long, for some good time. I've never seen them go a quarter without a point.
They were actually scared
It was
when
historical.
every time Edwin went to the free throw line, Haj kept looking at him. At one point, I could hear him tell his guys, "That one does not miss," and it you would see the fear in his eyes, and you would see Coach Tendo was clueless that day. He didn't have a solution.
And let me tell you guys, if you've watched Edwin, even in Div
Yeah.
games, he's a very exceptional player. You definitely know that when he's
He
on the
got
charity
30
line,
points.
he's not going to
He's
miss.
very clinical. He's a guy, I think, that has mastered the line, but also knows the right angles to shoot his threes and when to shoot them. 26 points on the day, and he actually comes into the second game that very week and scores
it's
25.
Jaguars.
Yes, scores
Yes.
25 points. They lost the game, but you could clearly tell Edwin is here to prove something. Now, for me, that game was something else, but also the other player to look at is Michael Tieno, Mikey. He's a beast, man.
The race life captain.
Yeah, he's
the
a beast.
captain.
I love his story. I think it's an inspiration to very many of us. And
If you remember how he came into Uganda, he was a City Oilers player.
yeah, but you gave up on him. Now Res Life picks him up and then gives him a second chance, rehabilitation, and here we are. Now we are seeing his actual potential on the court. If that is not inspiration enough for you to understand that for whatsoever situation you're going through, there is always a second chance, and probably God is watching somewhere.
Yes.
There is no story big for him to change around.
I know. When we start talking about Michael, Mikey, and Edwin, we will take the entire day speaking about those two. Sophie, tell us your highlights for the first round.
So my highlights for the first round, my eyes always go for that unique player people don't see, that unique team people don't focus on. Everyone will tell you about Race Life, Namongo, Oilers, but you guys, I'm going to talk to you about Umu Flames. They have a player, it's called a goat. If I pronounce his name so bad, guys, forgive me, but that guy wears shirt 10 and the whole season, every time I watched a lot of their games, but this guy was like that. He was the chef, he was the father, the mother of the team.
He cooked.
Every time he was on the bench, like they would go down points. Every time he showed up, these guys kept like making points. And I love his attitude that even when the other teams are leading them, when this guy shows up, everyone will see him. Like, you'll know this guy has come in, like he's on ground. And then my other highlight was I was disappointed by Rockets because last season those guys were performing. Actually, they have like the top rebounder of last season.
Defensively,
So
they really looked
so
good.
I thought these guys were going to come up and give us a show, but man, I don't know what happened. Seeing Rockets being in the books of relegation, to me, it really hurts. And those are things we are going to be talking about. Like, as a fan, before judging the player who was like
really
the best last season, and now they are going down, before judging them, what really happened? Like, what is happening? For example, I was talking to one of the players, and he said, we don't have a training ground. And when they come to court, someone like Sophie wants them to play. If they don't show up, I'm like, man, you guys, why are you bringing the rubbish here?
As a fan, I've paid my 10K and I watch the game on court. I want to be entertained, you know. So that is all I'm thinking about. I don't really want to know what's going through your mind as a player.
I know.
You need to act professional.
I know, but still, when you have this pod talk, could be like telling you guys what's happening. Like, before you abuse the Rockets, you really need to know what's happening. Like, I've told you, they don't have a training ground.
Is that the faces that people are watching are always in the arena, either cheering one of the teams. So
we have been close to the players, close enough to know what's happening. We might not tell you their secrets, but we know exactly what we are seeing, and probably that you're not seeing.
No, you've talked about only the men's teams. How about the ladies?
Oh.
Did you have any highlights?
I had a team that surprised me this season. So, KIU Rangers, they depart ways with like the person who has been like giving them the money and everything. And the players leave, and I'm like, this team is gone. And they stay with Sharon. I think she's the captain now. And she leads up that team.
And Inez.
And Inez. And these guys are performing. Like, I think they're number 8 on the table now. And these guys, like, they are playing. So, me, Sharon, Chirabo stood out for me. Like,
and trust
holding
me, second
that
round
team,
is going to be hot.
It's going to be hot and tough. But I think they have really been able to secure probably 75% of their survival in the league. All they need to go out is pick probably 4 or 3 wins, and probably they will secure their position next season in the league, and probably they will find someone else to give them a bit of resources and revamp or buff.
But guys, let's talk about JKL Lady Dolphins. The performance in first round. There are things we don't want to talk about here, but I know you have.
You know that thing of carry your cross? Alan is yet to carry her cross.
No, but I think, you know, it's something, the things that are happening probably at the Kampala Rockets, the JKL, and some other teams, you know, are things that we see happen in most of our sports entities in really developing countries. It's usually money, resources, management, you know, and the administration. Now, that could be an exceptional story when it comes to Pearl Queens, because they seem to have the resources, the management seems to know what they want, but then on court, the result, you know, sometimes it cannot be bought.
And on paper, they are so
guys,
good.
Exactly. Bringing Pearl Queens into this conversation is really, really fetched far, because Pearl Queens is a team that has just joined the NBL, and probably they're still catching up, though they have experienced players. I know that you are going to bring in that.
They have the experience.
Like, the paper is so clean.
The JKL.
Let's talk about the Pearl Queens, of course, and bring in Pearl Queens. They are a new team that is really competing in the top tier. How do you expect them to perform? And going into second round, what should we expect from her? What do they need to do?
Well, just going back a little to the JKL, I think the problems at JKL, and also the news and rumor that there is an exodus of players to different leagues and countries could really affect them. And these are the serial killers we know, and probably the UCU, Lady Cannons, you know, the Jetty Jaguars coming into the mix and so on, but probably the KCCA, you know, Leopards. But talking about the Pearl Queens, I think the money is there, the vibe is there.
They have the best coaches, female coach.
Yeah, they have the best female coach, which
Azera.
I somehow believe probably needs someone else on her side that is serial, but also tactically good in terms of reading, but also picking the plays. I'm not saying she's not good. I'm saying she's good, but she needs a little bit of help in someone she can turn to read probably a play that has not been, that they've not read, in the game. Now, for me, they come into the league, bring the vibe, they have the resources, they really have a good branding system, and people are calling them, the X or the social media team. And they go in and acquire a few players, but I think some of the players have not worked for them. Now, they're big that they acquired, I think, is she from Mali?
I have a lot of issues with those guys, who come from different countries.
She's a bit lazy. She doesn't go in. She goes in to lay up. She doesn't finish when it comes to the defense, picking rebounds. A bit lazy. So what I want to see from the Pearl Queens is a bit of intent, but also the desire to go on. There are a few players. You look at Kamada. Well, there is a slogan that she went to eat the money, and the money, she will eat it, but after her sweat has fallen, which is happening, You look at it and you feel she has the intent, the desire, and she's pushing the team, but then she needs a little bit of help from the other players, who I think are not really big in, they're not putting in the desire, because basketball is simple when you're doing the simple things, pick the rebound, pass the ball with the intent, make the run with intent, go to layup with intent. Now, all those things seem not to be working for the Pearl Queens. The players seem to be, we are eating the money.
Yeah, talking about you reach, you're eating the money. I don't know whether the money is there. We'll probably talk to the FUBA vice
But they
president.
Look like the money.
Please, your child. That's what the money.
Your team looks like white paper.
They have a very beautiful jersey. The players look good. They went for a beautiful photo shoot. They look really, really professional.
When it comes to
they have a nice coach. In Angela Namirimu,
she
coaches under teams.
Yeah, she also does play for the lady
Icon.
She's a decorated player. She has a lot of trophies with the UCU and JKL. So, no doubt, I know they will get there in this second round. Let me tell you, Innocent, I want to speak this on air. The Pearl Queens are going to get better in the second round.
They need to.
Because they need to. Now there are players that they have put together, the experienced players and the young players, those that have not played in the NBL before. Now they are getting together, getting to know each other, and I know they will perform well in this coming second round.
So Innocent was talking about that foreigner who came in. Guys, I have an issue with the foreigners that come to Uganda. These guys have good papers. It's like when they're in their countries, they play quarter 1, quarter 2. So third quarter and fourth quarter, they don't play because that's what they show in their own ground. They bring for you a player, and when you read the papers, this guy has been dunking, rebounding. And you guys, we are at YMCA and we need this guy to rebound, and the person is not doing the rebound, the everything. So foreigners have disappointed me.
Before we move on, I really want us to understand that we are in an era where players are sold via YouTube videos.
So
you're going to catch a 5 or 10 minutes highlight
over first quarter,
and you'll be like, now that is the guy I want on my team. Now, immediately they come, they could give you those 10 minutes you watched in that highlight in probably one game or a quarter.
Or even in a fake team. And to the foreigners, the person I want to appreciate is Joel Banza. So I appreciate Joel that when he came in, he was good.
English, by the way.
Yes, Joel speaks some great English.
No, he knows English even before.
He was actually running the calls against UCU.
Yes. And we really enjoyed as the fans.
Joel speaks English.
But I enjoy the fact that he has he came in, he was good, he's good, and I think he's going to keep being good. Unless on days when he's not fine, but just know Joel has been up there for the foreigners. But these other guys, they bring a guy from Nigeria
No, please, reserve that.